Remains of British journalist discovered in Amazon. Police call new suspect São Paulo. A forensic exam accomplished on human remains found in the Amazon (Nasdaq, AMZN) rainforest confirmed on Friday that they belong to British journalist Dom Phillips, Brazil's federal police stated, adding that a seek changed into underway for a man suspected of involvement in his killing. Work is proceeding to decide the reason of demise, police said in a statement. The stays of a 2D person, believed to be that of indigenous professional Bruno Pereira, have been nonetheless under evaluation, a document by using CNN Brazil said earlier on Friday. Pereira and Phillips vanished on June 5 in the faraway Javari Valley bordering Peru and Colombia. Earlier this week, police recovered human stays from a grave inside the jungle wherein they had been led via a fisherman, Amarildo da Costa Oliveira, who confessed to killing the two men. Phillips, a freelance reporter who had written for The Guardian and The Washington Post, became doing research for a book at The Journey with Pereira, a former head of remoted and these days contacted tribes at Federal Indigenous Affairs Agency FUNAI. Police said their investigation recommended there have been greater individuals involved beyond Oliveira and they were now searching out a man named Jefferson da Silva Lima. He is the third suspect named via police after Oliveira and his brother, Osini da Costa, who became taken into custody this week. There is an arrest warrant issued by way of the State Court of Atalaia do Norte against Jefferson da Silva Lima, aka Pelado da Dina, who has now not been positioned right now, police said. The investigation suggests that the killers acted alone, and not using a bosses or criminal organization behind the crime. Local indigenous institution Univaja, but, which played a main function in the seek, stated, the cruelty of the crime makes clear that Pereira and Phillips crossed paths with a effective crook enterprise that tried in any respect charges to cowl its tracks in the course of the research. It stated it had informed the federal police numerous instances when you consider that late 2021 that there has been an prepared crime group working inside the Javari Valley. INA, a union representing workers at FUNAI, shared that view. We all know that violence inside the Javari Valley is linked to a huge chain of prepared crime, it said in a separate declaration. Police stated they were nonetheless looking for the boat Phillips and Pereira were journeying in after they were last visible alive. U.S. State Department spokesman Ned Price on Friday called for accountability and justice, pronouncing that Phillips and Pereira had been murdered for helping conservation of the rainforest and local peoples. Our condolences to the households of Dom Phillips and Bruno Pereira. We ought to together support efforts to shield environmental defenders and reporters, Price stated on Twitter. NYSE, TWTR.